Hey, so it's been like a little over 2 years since I made my original video on Facebook that ended up on YouTube. And I keep having a lot of people like asking me stuff about the situation because of recent songs that have came out on her album. And basically, I just want to do like an update video for the most part. When I made my original video, y'all have to remember that was my best friend. So I was basically in a part in my life where I was upset. I was pissed because if you can imagine being best friends with somebody for as long as me and her were, and knowing that they're not being treated right, and it doesn't matter what you say, they still stay, it irritates you. It makes you mad. So when everything started, with the whole situation when me and her started to fall out, it started to be like we would argue and then we would fall out for a couple months and then we would always rekindle. And the last big fallout we had was over Chris. And I will say some of the stuff that I said in my original video, I shouldn't have said, but it sounds messed up. But at that point in my life, I wanted revenge. Like, I won't even lie. I wanted revenge. I wanted her to feel the way she made me feel. And I regret saying a lot of the stuff I did. I do regret saying it. It's not that it would change anything if I hadn't have said it, but I do regret saying a lot of the stuff I said because I went through a lot of the stuff Queen went through. I was touched on when I was a kid too, and even in my early teens. So I can definitely relate to a lot of the stuff she said. And I probably shouldn't have obviously I probably shouldn't have said the stuff that I said. But I was at a point where I just wanted her to feel everything she made me feel. And, I was going through old messages and stuff, and I came across a message from somebody, and I won't say who it was, but I came across a message from somebody that's close to her as well regarding her. And, he was just like, I know that she hurt you, and I know that, you guys aren't friends anymore. And this was maybe 3 years ago. This was in 4 years ago. This was in 2016. And he's like, I'm sorry that she did you that way. I've seen how much you care about her. I've seen the stuff that you do for her. And he basically knew how I felt. And he was like, and you have every right to feel how you feel. This was before my video came out, I believe. It might have been right after. Actually, I think this was right after it came out. But he basically just told me, like, you have every right to feel the way you did. And when I was reading old messages between me and her, every time we argued, it was over Chris. Every single time it was because of Chris. And there was one point in time when we were arguing over a picture she had posted. And I told her, I felt like she shouldn't have posted that picture because it gave people reason to talk. And we got into it over that. And it was just like every time we got into it, it was never because me and her just fell out. It always was because somebody else brought their personal business or brought me and her business up. And we always argued about each other's businesses getting exposed, basically. Every single time we've argued. So, yeah, I do regret saying a lot of the stuff I said. Like I said, it won't change anything now. But I just I'm not even making the video to get no views, honestly. I don't really care who sees it. But I'm making this for closure for myself because it's been almost 3 years since that video came out. And obviously, a lot of stuff has changed over 3 years. As y'all see, I don't even speak on her anymore. I hardly ever bring her name up. And if someone brings it up, I usually tell them I'm not speaking about her on my channel. I haven't even been doing YouTube. Like, after I had my daughter, I grew up a lot. Like, I don't even really be on YouTube like that. And if I do, it's like me and my kids. So I'm more so making this video as like a closure video for me and an apology video for her because like a lot of people are right. I probably shouldn't have said a lot of the stuff I said, but y'all have to see it from my point of view. I was at a point where I was very, very hurt. I was very, very upset. And I'm not gonna lie, I was bitter. I was bitter because you supposed to be my best friend. And I tell you, I sleep with somebody. You not only go behind my back and get with them, but then you get pregnant and marry them. So in my head, I'm like, damn, like that's messed up. And then you cut me off for them. So I was pissed. Like, I was pissed. And a lot of the stuff that she said in the song that she went through, I was there through all of that. So it's like, to hear her say it now, I'm proud of her. I'm proud that she's come to the point where she's able to speak on it and she's able to physically say, like, yes, it happened, but I'm not going to let it define me. I'm very proud of her for that because it took a lot for her to finally admit that. She's denied him putting his hands on her for years, even though we all knew what was going on. She's denied it. So for her to finally be able to come out and say, yeah, it happened, but I grew from it, I'm proud of her for that, because that takes a lot. Like when I came out and made my video about how I was getting abused physically and stuff, it took a lot for me to make that video. Like I recorded that video so many times over and over, and I deleted it and re-recorded it and deleted it and re-recorded it before I finally posted it. So I know how that is to not want everybody to know. Which then goes back to like, yes, I shouldn't have put her business out there. Somebody else had asked me like, do I miss her and stuff? It was in a video on YouTube I had commented on, and somebody asked me like, do you miss her? And my answer was no. And I say no because the last time I seen Queen, I was pregnant with my son. My son is 5. So I have not seen Queen in a while. Actually, I think she's seen my son one time, and I think he was like 4 months old. So it's still been damn near 5 years since she's even like been around me. So I can't say yes, I miss her, because she's a completely different person now. Do I miss how our friendship used to be? Yeah, absolutely. That was my best friend for what, 11 years? Yes, I miss how our friendship used to be, but I can't physically say that I miss her personally, because she's not the same person anymore. She's changed. We've both had another baby since then. We've both moved on with our lives. You know, she's in a relationship. So it's like a lot of stuff has changed. So I can't physically say, yeah, I miss her. Somebody else had asked me, am I bitter over the situation? Am I mad that she's coming up and just left me? No, I'm not mad. I've always known that Queen was going to come up and be basically what she is now. I told her that when she went on American Idol. She talked to me the night she got eliminated, and she called me just bawling her eyes out. And I told her, you know what, baby, it's okay. It wasn't your time, but your time gonna come. She was like, you right, and you right. So to see her now just dropped her new album, I am extremely proud of Queen. I don't want nobody sitting here saying I'm bitter, I'm hating, I'm mad because she came up and left me and all this other stuff, because that's not the case. I am extremely proud of her. I am very, very proud of Queen for everything that she has accomplished over the last couple of years, because she came from a dark place. She came from a point in her life where she didn't have a lot. So to see her doing big now, that's awesome. Like, I'm proud of her for that. I don't think I could ever hate on somebody for doing better with their life. The only way I would hate on somebody is if I physically see them not trying to strive to do better. And she's definitely striving to do better. People keep asking me stuff about the situation with, what the hell did they ask me? The situation with everything that's going on now with the whole book situation, and do I think that they wrote that? No, hell no. Queen ain't write that damn book about herself. And Clarence, I doubt Clarence will write the book either, because that's just stupid. That would just trace right back to them so easily. I don't even think Leslie wrote the book. I think that somebody that was extremely bored with their life and didn't have nothing better to do said, I could write this book. It can make $1,000 dang on dollars. It can make this much money. It could get this many views. I'm about to write this shit. And they sat down and wrote it. I can't hate on their hustle, but I feel like it was pointless to write that book. Like, it was pointless. It was a lot of stuff in the book that you could just think about and physically be like, oh, you know damn well that didn't happen. But no, I do not believe that Chris or Clarence wrote the book. People keep asking me the situation with Chris and his new baby, and do I feel like he shouldn't have had? Basically, I'm just answering questions that have been asked to me over the past couple of months. Because somebody asked me to do a question and answer video. But somebody asked me if I thought Chris was wrong for having another baby. Absolutely not. It doesn't matter if they was in a relationship or not. Chris is grown. He moved on. Queen moved on. Queen had another baby. Why can't Chris? Like, it doesn't matter. He's grown at the end of the day, and he has the money to support his children. It doesn't matter if he wanted to have 10 kids. Nobody is going to take care of his kids except for him and their mothers. So I feel like it doesn't matter how many kids he has or how many baby mamas he got. Like, leave that man alone. Let him be great. There was another question I got asked about, what the heck was it? Oh, about Clarence making the video reacting to Leslie on the day Queen released her album. I do kind of feel like that was wrong. I personally would not have made a video about my ex on the day that my significant other released their album. I feel like that kind of drew attention away from her album and kind of brought the drama towards him. I do feel like he was wrong for that, but I don't think he was wrong for posting it in general, because everybody wants to get their side of the story out, and he wanted to tell his side of the story. Leslie wanted to tell her side of the story. I do feel like they stories kind of don't add up. It's a lot of stuff that she's saying that I'm like, and it's a lot of stuff he's saying that I'm like, now you know, but that's not my business. Like, I don't know what happened. I wasn't around them. So I can't even really put my 2 cents on it. But I will say that I feel like both of them have been wrong in the situation. And that's about it for that. But I basically just wanted to make a video and get that out of there, because people have been blowing my dang on Instagram up for freaking weeks trying to get me to speak on that situation. So that's about it for that. I might do another follow-up video in the next couple of days. So if y'all have any questions y'all want to ask me, y'all can just put them in the comments, and yeah, I'll probably answer them in the next couple days if I have time. I'll be working now, and I got a lot of stuff going on, so I'll try to answer them, but that's about it.